All right. So, hello everyone. This is Monsef Afker, and thank you so much for joining us in this new live call of Your Divine Uniqueness. Again, very happy to connect with you here live, and also with those of you who will be later listening to the replay or watching it on YouTube. So, thank you so much for. So that was. Sorry, I am hearing some echo here. All right. Yeah, it was fixed. Sorry, that was YouTube playing. So so very excited to have you here, and also very excited that Denise Ricard is with us for the first time on the show. She will also join us on May, and first I really love her energy. It's how to say. There is so much love in the energy that she holds. You feel safe with her, and also she brings through the energy that she transmits. She brings so much fun and playfulness that you feel. How to say? It drops the seriousness that many times we can have in the way we approach spirituality or our awakening path, and that's of itself can drop a lot of ways and bring some relief. And also I connected with her maybe a couple of months ago, and through a session, and I received a transmission from her also about my number, and really the transmission, she channeled very wise words and guidance for me to understand the theme about my number, and how it can really help me to move forward in my path, to understand the themes, and also how I can create and serve in general. And it was the guidance was really helpful, and really brought a lot of clarity for me. So very excited that she's joining us today. She's here with us live, and today's call will be about connecting to the treasures of your numerology. So we will be she will be talking about that. She will be channeling the Council of Light, the Galactic Numerology Council of Light, and sharing a transmission about the subject, and also she will tell us more in details, maybe about the numbers, like our birth date, and also the numbers that we see in general in life, because those, they hold messages and guidance for us that can really help us in the moments when we see them, and also in general in taking decision, or maybe feeling supported and receiving the support that is here for us. And and also after that, toward the second part of the call, we'll have a Q&A where you can ask Denise your questions. So for that, you can raise your hand on Zoom app, or if you are on the phone, you can click on *9, or you can type your questions on the chat box, whether on Zoom or on YouTube. And before we start, I would love to share with you a little bit about Denise. So she is an ambassador of light and love for the evolution of consciousness, and to co-create the new seventh golden age, to realize heaven upon the new earth. She assists light workers and star seeds to fully activate their ascension blueprints by providing the most advanced encoded divine frequencies from across the multiverse. This empowers them to embody wholeness, to actualize the state of unity into their reality, therefore creating a life that reflects their truth and joy. She is the Galactic Numerologist and transmitter of sacred number energies, divine channel and intuitive soul path coach, a licensed quantum light practitioner, and transmitter of sacred codes through light language in all of its forms. And so with that, Denise, welcome to the show. Very happy to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Mansaf. Thank you everybody who's here and who's tuning in live, and who will be tuning in later. And I am so grateful to be here and part of this platform and community, because this is so needed right now, to a place for us to be gathering and to be sharing. And more people are waking up to their divine gifts and stepping forward with their divine gifts. Some people are doing it where they're coming forward like this and being presenters, and some people are doing it in their lives. And so it's just, I'm so grateful. And I love when you were talking about, fun and joy. Like, that is so me. And when I tend to get a little bit structured, so to speak, maybe too structured, because a little structure is good, then just magical things happen. Like, I had a turkey, there's a turkey that wanders through the neighborhood, but he comes only in my yard. So things like this just show up. And I'm sure so many of you have so much magic that shows up in your life. And there's so many different magical modalities. And here we're going to talk about numbers, because there's many different tools and energies that I use in my lifetime. And yet numbers have just come forward as like a major way for me to guide my life. So, and if you're here, I'm sure you are feeling, the energy of numbers too. So thank you all for being here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Denise, and also very excited about what you will be sharing with us today. And because this is the first time you join us, I would love if you can tell us a little bit about your journey and also about your work. I shared part of your bio, but I would love if you can tell us more about that.
Sure. Yes. So I actually had my awakening, like I woke up, like full awakening, knowing who I am or who I'm supposed to be in this lifetime, who I came here to be later in life. And in my childhood, there were all these little signals and things as I looked back that were helping me to start remember and wake up. When I was a little girl, I remember I was such a big fan of Lost in Space, like the original one in the 60s, although I love the new one too on Netflix. And then I remember as a child, like the dryer, the clothes dryer in the colder weather, it would blow out this cloud, and I would go through the cloud and pretend that I was going into other dimensions. And then when I was in high school, I remember walking down the hall of my high school and just hearing so clearly that I am here to be of service. And I was like, okay, all right, and it was just a knowing, right? It was really just a knowing. And then life happened, and many years passed, and all these synchronicities started happening. This was in my late 40s. And somebody was introduced to me, a friend who's a great friend of mine now, Kathy Casluccio. And she was channeling. And I was like, what's channeling? And then what? You're talking to divine beings, you're talking to angels. That's what I want to do. So then that just started the ball rolling. And I just, at that point, I couldn't get my hands on enough books. I started watching videos. I started taking classes. My beautiful and amazing mentor and friend, Danielle Rama Hoffman, I did so many of her programs. And so I was waking up, and it was everything. It was like crystals and dragons and just channeling beings. And I was learning about beings that I never heard of, like the Ascended Masters. There were many that I never heard of. I was using Oracle card decks and learning about them. And then as I was opening up more and more to channeling, and it was it started out more as like just a divine knowing. And then as I really pursued it and stuck with it, and just, it was just really so exciting for me. And I wanted this, and I knew I knew that the next message was, you are here to co-create heaven on earth. And I was like, what does that mean? But I was like so determined, because I like fell in love with all of this, and I just knew it resonated with me. And so I began channeling and just really getting messages for people. And I realized, oh, I'm hearing messages from their higher selves. And so I just started just giving messages. And then in my work, as I was expanding, the Galactic Numerology Council of Light, which I didn't know who they were yet there was this energy of numbers coming forward for me. And I knew that I was going to be working with numbers. Now, the irony is, there's a couple of siblings in my family that are like great mathematicians and financial people. But for me, no, math was not my subject. And geometry in high school was like, it was difficult. It was all that mental mind stuff. And so, and yet it was the energy. It was working with the energy of numbers. And then once I knew that I was, here to do this, I chose to leave my work, my job, and I set up Divine Cosmic Alchemy, which is like my place and space to do all of this. And then Galactic Numerology came in as a body of work. And what Galactic Numerology is there's actually 40, it's called the 44 Codes of Awakening. And there are numbers 0 through 44. So I know that's 45 energies, but 0 is wholeness. That's the number energy. And wholeness is what every galactic number energy is all about. And for some of you who might know me or have followed me, maybe in some other summits, you've met Galactic Numerology 3, which is the energy of flow. So each number has a unique energy to it. And there's also a crystal dimension, but that's like another whole subject we can talk about at another time. So I often get asked, like, what's the difference between, regular numerology and galactic numerology? So there's traditional numerology, and there's different aspects of numbers, right? There's an angel number. So you might look up an angel number, and there's a description of a certain energy of it. Or you may look up a number in traditional numerology, and there's a description of what that number energy is. And galactic numerology is new dimensions of the numbers, because we've had numbers and we use them for so much. We use them. Numbers are they're creator codes. They're what we're made up of. And yet now, because we're on this rapid ascension journey on the earth, there is a new energy, a new dimension, higher frequencies that are coming through. That's what galactic numerology is: higher frequencies of numbers to assist you. They're tools. They're tools for ascension. And so each number energy represents the wholeness of that energy. It represents the energy that you first had when you sparked from source. So it's like it's a connection to your cosmic origins. So it's this amazing new dimension of numbers that just infuses within you. And each number has an activation. That's what I have a galactic numerology program for. And yet also the Galactic Numerology Council of Light will be coming in today. And we're going to be talking about specifically the number 7 year of 2023. And we're going to be talking about the energy of that. And so in Galactic Numerology, when I start channeling, there's going to be this activation of energies that supports you in this year of 2023. It's kind of like these foundational energies, and depending on how you assimilate energy, whether you can feel the energy or know the energy, know that you are receiving if you choose to receive it. So, yeah, I'm just so excited because numbers, and especially our birth date, right? We choose our date, we choose our birth date to come onto this earth. And when you add up your birth date in traditional numerology and reduce it down to a single digit, it is called your life path number. And then the life path number has the gift side and the challenges side. So those are the energies for your life path number, for whatever it is, whichever number that is. And in galactic numerology, it's a different energy. It's connected to a higher frequency energy called your cosmic soul path mastery number. And it's here what you came. It's what you came here to master in this lifetime, in wholeness, in the wholeness of it. So hopefully that helps explain. Do you have any questions, Mansaf?
First, I want to take a question from Caroline, which is related to the subjects. And she said, I see numbers all day long, 111, 333, 222, and others, many meanings. How do you suggest I decipher? Thank you. Hugs and light.
Yes, thanks, Caroline, for that question. And so the answer is, what is in your heart? What is in your heart? Because where you are at, and you can choose to look the number up, or you can choose to ask. And then I will say though, repeating numbers, when you see like the 111s, the 222s, repeating numbers are they are speaking a little louder to you. They are exponentiating their energy. So it's like trying to get your attention. And there's also going deeper, because we are multidimensional beings. So with 111, it adds up to 3 also. So there's like if you take each one of those ones, you can make a triangle out of it, and it adds up to 3. And so when you see these numbers, go into your heart and say, okay, what is it that's going on around me now? What is the message that is coming through? Because ultimately, what you are receiving when you go into your heart and get out of your mind, when you're receiving in your heart, is what is coming through for you, because it is unique for you. Like each one, like one for galactic numerology is the energy of infinite. So if you were to look at it from the galactic numerology standpoint, and you have these 3 ones, it's like the infinite nature of you is really stepping forward for you to remember, because it's all about remembering and awakening. We are all here for the same purpose. We have been living for eons in separation from who we really are, like our own God presence, our own I am God presence. We've been separated from that. And yet now on the earth, now we are connecting to that. We are coming back to that. And we have all of these signs and signals and what I call breadcrumbs that are dropping in for us. And for a lot of people, that's numbers. And for some people, it's astrology. And it may be a combination of those. So, so we all have this common, goal, so to speak, and that is to realize who we are and to connect so that we aren't separate from the source of who we are, from our own God presence. So hopefully that helps you, Carolyn.
Beautiful. Thank you, Denise, and also thank you, Caroline. And so from my understanding is like the Galactic Numerology number, it's more about our life theme, like our blueprint. And those numbers that we see, like Caroline said, like daily, repeatedly, it's more like they bring specific message to those moments and those experiences when we see them, right?
Yes, absolutely. And really, I can't emphasize enough that it's so unique to each one of us, and to really go into your heart and to ask, what message am I receiving? Because it is sparking something. The numbers are coming forward to spark something for you. And so, so just asking, going within and asking. Yeah. And like, for example, each one of our birthdays, we have, in Galactic Numerology, numbers 0 through 9 are the foundational numbers, because those numbers are found in your birth date. And then you can pull out certain numbers like the month and the year, and come up with these different numerology sequences that are assisting you in pointing out why you came to the earth, and why you chose that particular birth date, and what that's my cat who's been with me for many lifetimes, and she loves to add her energy. Her name's Mama. And so it's like we have these foundational backdrops. We have these foundational energies that are always running within us, and that we can just keep tapping into them, and then it opens up more and more knowing. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Vivian. Denise, you have a beautiful, soft yet strong way of presenting the message. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Vivian. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. And I love what you mentioned. Like when you said also to ask our hearts when we see those numbers, because when we look for those numbers, like the definition that we find, it can be very helpful, and it helped me like in my own experience. But when I started also to ask myself, like, what's the message that this number is bringing, there were like much more like more deeper, and I got more understanding that is beyond the definitions that we have already. So it can be helpful to understand the specific message or support that we are receiving at that moment.
Yes,
So,
yes. And for me, like, for example, for a couple of years, I kept seeing the number 44, and I still do. I see 444. I see them all, but 44 just kept coming to me, and I was like, what is this all about? And it was the Galactic Numerology Council of Light, because when I first started, I channeled the numbers 0 through 9, and I had no idea they were going to keep going to 44, right? So I just kept seeing that, and more numbers kept coming, and more energies, and so I love to be very magical with them, okay? Because I'm so connected to magic and Saint Germain and Merlin, and so let me give you an example. So I moved states. I'm in the United States, and I moved states. So I had to get a new license plate, which on my car, right? The identification plate for my car. And so when I went, I asked, because I always ask. I said, okay, I know there's going to be 3 different backgrounds, like plate colors and combinations. And so which one am I? Okay, so they told me you're going to get the white background. And so then when I went up to the counter and I was paying, and the guy went to just go get my plate, like randomly go get my plate. No, there's no random. He comes back with my plate, and I was like so excited. I'm like, what numbers are coming? And he flips it over, and there's 3 letters and 4 numbers. All of a sudden, I felt my dad and my uncle standing behind me, because the 3 letters are my uncle's letter. Like my uncle and my dad have both passed. And the 3 letters were my uncle's initials. And the 4 numbers are 9987, which my dad and I used to play cribbage, which is oh gosh, I can't think of the name of it now. It's like a small run. And so I knew right away, like my dad, they were like, we're here with you. So there's also, like, when you see numbers, whether it's on the clock or the license plate, like let them tell, like ask, because it's so magical. Numbers are so magical. They're so multidimensional. And that's why I know I didn't come in here with the mental mind, with the math, me in particular, because I'm supposed to be more in the multidimensionality of it, the sacred geometric structure of it. And so that's how I see it. And yeah, I could go on and on and on with the numbers that show up, but I would love to hear from other people too.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, everyone, if you have any comments or question, you can type it on the chat box or raise your hand. And also, I have a question about discerning if the numbers or the guidance we are receiving, it's a true guidance or not. Because also sometimes when we focus a lot on something, we see more of it. And for example, like in situation where we have difficulties taking decision, sometimes we tend to maybe force receiving the guidance, just maybe to make the process easier. And so how to discern if the message is a true guidance or something that we are forcing, something like that?
Yeah, that is such a great question, because it's something that I have gone through in my journey. And what it's about is trust. It's all about trust. Galactic number 18 is trust. And it's about trusting our inner knowing. And that's that whole separation thing, right? That's that whole the mental mind, getting into the mental mind and trying to make a decision from the mental mind. And so the best way to do it is to go into your heart. Just like almost take your mind and just say, okay, I'm putting you in the timeout chair and I'm going into my heart, and I'm just going to ask. And then what the first thing that you get, just trust it. Just trust it. Because when you doubt, then you go back into your head. Okay. So I can tell you absolutely with absolute, like, complete clarity and knowing that we are moving into the new golden age. And there's all kind of things that are still happening in the outside world that may make it look otherwise, but those are things that have to happen for situations and people to clear out those energies. And so it's really the way that we stay in peace and knowing is to be in our heart and to be really, I spend time each day and a couple times a day going in, and sometimes my mind gets in the way, but I just take time to breathe and to be, and I ask to be open and to receive, and also going out in nature and grounding yourself. Like it's so important that we connect inward. And you can be standing in line in a grocery store and have all kind of mental chatter going on, and you can just take a couple deep breaths, go back into your heart, and then you just feel the peace. It's about taking the time to be inside, because what's inside, what's in our hearts, is our inner knowing, and that is our guidance system. And when we're connected to our inner knowing, and to ask for help from our angels, from the ascended masters, from the elementals, whoever it is you work with, they can't interfere. It's a free will universe. So we have to ask. We have to ask for help. So does that help? Does that help, Mansa?
Yeah, absolutely. It really does. So thank you so much for the answer and guidance. And also, Cynthia shares, the numbers are so playful. I ask questions and then see numbers for the answers. I am a number 3. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. They are so playful, and really you can use them. You can use the numbers for asking questions and for getting guidance, and then you have a focus. Like sometimes you may it may not just be a yes or no. It may be what's my next step or whatever. And so asking the numbers, and then, or asking your inner self and asking the numbers to show up, because the numbers are energetic tools. We have so many different tools, and the numbers are energetic tools for us. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Thank you, Denise, and thank you, Cynthia. And we have a question from Irieta. Once I saw the same numbers in both my palms, perhaps my numbers. Can you tell us something about it? Thank you.
Okay, so you saw the numbers, and I'm just opening up here. I always channel. I'm always channeling divine wisdom and divine love, and this is asking me to, Denise, to step back just a little, so that answer will come. So when you're seeing numbers in the palms of your hands, there may be something to the specific number or numbers that are showing up to you, and it is also showing you that your hands are what you use in your life to create, right? To do things. And also the hands, because our heart and then our arms are connected. Our hands are connected to our heart in that way. So it's also a way for you to share your heart energy. And so there may be a particular heart energy, a particular energy that your inner guidance is asking you to share, because you are being guided to share your energies, dear one. You are being yes. There's a lot of elementals around you as well too. So just allowing it. Just allowing that to keep opening up more and more and more for you. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Denise. And also thank you, Irieta. We'd love to hear your feedback. And also a question from Vivian. choosing numbers deliberately, would that be beneficial, like a gift or challenge? And also, what message do 27 and 72 bring, please?
So, Vivian, when you were asking about picking specific numbers, again, there's two ways you can choose, right? You could choose from your mind, or you can choose from your heart. And so if you are going into your heart and asking like for a specific number because it's going to be guidance for you, then you trust it. You just trust it. Okay. And then it's, yeah, I'm getting a lot of chills of confirmation of that for you. The numbers, so the numbers 27 and 72, so 2 and 7 are coming through together. So 2 in galactic numerology is belief, 7 is transition, and then 27 is embodiment. So these are just some of the energies of the numbers of galactic numerology. And so so then when you if these numbers are showing up for you, ask them to continue to guide you. Like, is there is there 2 of something? Is there 7 of something? Are there 2 more steps that you need to take? Are there 27 more steps? Are there 72 more steps? This is just what's coming now for you to take to be complete with a particular relationship, or to be writing that book, or to be whatever it is. So also look at it in the 2 and the 7 equals 9, and 9 is evolution. So really letting the numbers play with you, because there are many different ways, because they're multidimensional, and yet these are just some of the things that are coming through for you now, Vivian.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Denise, and thank you, Vivian. Yeah, we would love to hear your feedback. And Denise, would you like maybe to do maybe transmission for the group or activation?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
The Galactic Numerology Council of Light is here so strongly. I can feel so many energies for all of you who are here now live, and for everyone who's tuning in, because there's this energetic call. There's something within you that is awakening even more to the energies of numbers, and the new energies of numbers to be used as a guidance tool for you. And so what the Galactic Numerology Council of Light, when we were connecting before this call and for this call, what was coming through is that there's this we're going to work with the universal year 7. So 2023, the 2 plus the 0 plus the 2 plus the 3 is the universal year 7, and each month I do what's called the Galactic Numerology Energy Map, and so there's a whole channeling that goes with that, and then at the beginning of the year I do the number for the year. And so Galactic Numerology is coming through with well, I'm just going to let them. So just wherever you are now, just relaxing, getting grounded in. If your feet are on the floor, just feeling, or if you're sitting in your chair, just feeling like you're getting rooted into the heart of Mother Earth. Just breathing in and out within your heart space. And being within your heart space, like sometimes when you put your hand on your heart, that draws your attention to your heart because you feel your physical beating heart. So that's a great way to start focusing in your heart space. And then just allowing and opening up through your higher chakras, all of these beautiful divine energies to be streaming down through you. You are a divine beacon of light, dear ones. And just choosing and allowing and asking for the highest and best for you. All that is what you desire and require. Stepping forward within this time together today and the specific energies for you. And we, as the Galactic Numerology Council of Light, we are transmitting through words now, and we also transmit through spoken light language, through Denise's hands. Sometimes she moves her hands, and also through, it's multidimensional. So even in the silence, there is that we are transmitting our energies. And what we're doing today is we are coming through with a bandwidth of energy. So we're tapping into this year of 2023. And 20 is integration, 23 in Galactic Numerology is illumination, and 7 is transition. And so what we're doing here is putting together like this divine spiral of these numbers and the energies of these numbers to just really boost up this backdrop energy of this year. For this year of 2023 is a great expansion year, dear ones, for you. It's more than you can even imagine. If you think these past couple of years have been game changers, this year is stepping. We've stepped over that precipice of the solstice in the winter in the December of 2022, and we are in this new year of 2023. And when you are in the time-space dimension where you reside upon the earth, you are working within time and space. And yet you will be noticing that this becomes more and more multidimensional for you, meaning that time may seem to slip by, or the days you may look back and say, where did this month go? And it just seems to be speeding up because you're not as attached to those to the slower energies, those denser energies of time, because there's so much pouring on the earth, so much divine light, so much assistance. You are opening up your light to receive even more. So it is shifting, and all are in oneness. And so to assist you in this year of 2023 in all of these transitions, because as you go from one state of being to another, and this is happening simultaneously, and it's happening all the time, and you are noticing it in relationships, you're noticing it in your the way your days are flowing, you're noticing it in all areas of your life, that you have these beautiful foundational energies of the backdrop of this year of 2023, of integration, of illumination, of transition, that is supporting you, And so we are transmitting this bandwidth of energies for you now. And so just taking some more deep breaths in and out. Nyakum matatia satiki siapata. Mionne ke e siako o satashiastaka. And without getting into your mind, just being in your heart and perhaps even setting an intention during this transmission for even one thing, and there may be more than one thing, yet setting an intention for this year. And it could be very macro, just opening up your divine sight, your third eye, your clear senses even more. It may be very micro, and that may have been more micro, and macro may be that it's your senses overall are opening up, but just setting that intention now. Nioma ko'o katia saka'a for this year, dio ko'o sapatairi, nioma ka'a. And as we are transmitting, you are opening up even more of the multidimensionality of you and the numbers, like your divine blueprint. Nio kokoa mata'a, sekio, sakatio, kakanio, anakoa. And just noticing that there's a lot of spiraling energy. It's not linear anymore. Niokokoa matate, zi osakatan deke miohu piasaka, shikoan te e kiako ne oma niaka. And also what this is assisting you with, dear one, is to trust. Galactic number 18 has slipped in here as well. This bandwidth of energy, and just opening up to receive it and just feeling the opening happening in whatever way you perceive it. Mianda Kiasta Kioma kata si ane ki e manoma niama ki asa se shi e si oka niama ka a niamba te ki una siosta ki. And for some of you, Sakati, we are getting like a read of the energetics of the group here. Whether you are here live or tuning in at another present moment, and there is this like, there's this excitement. It's like you're asking us to turn the handle, like if it's a jack in the box, and you turn the handle slowly, that the jack in the box does not pop up. But once we turn up the energy, we're turning up the volume of our energies now. And that is creating more momentum. And as we're doing this, then the lid comes off, and the jack comes out of the box, meaning that you and your connection to sacred numerology has been knocking at your door and wanting to be expressed even more. And we are having so much fun with this because we are seeing the energetic joy of those of you who have felt like you've been stuffed down in this box and you've just been waiting to have the handle turned quickly and powerfully, so you could come out, so you could have that freedom and that reconnection. Manatia sia kiata osiate eki nioma o kwa mate e me o siata a kiomata. And some of you, like the jack in the box, you're looking around. It's like you've been in the box for so long and you popped out. You're like, where am I? And so our energies are also streaming in now to help recalibrate you. And this is also how it's going to help you in this year, because you've shown up today because you're asking to expand even more and to have numbers be one of your expansion tools and to guide you. And this year, you have this, dear one. We are greatly assisting you in remembering the sacred numerology, your treasures. There are treasures within your heart, treasures within your divine blueprint that are connected to numbers and the energies of numbers. Mia annaka oka sekua mata siastakoa ne siastako sata siki si. There we go. There's like this recalibration that's happened here. Dioko o siasta. It's like now you are there, like the Jack in the Box, and you are full on ready to go. Dioko osa. Neoma tege siastaki siastaka. Neoma atianta. And some of you are reminding us about sometimes the Jack in the Box has like a song. Neoku osa tetiati siastaka. Neoma te ekiaka. And that is also like sound is, as we are transmitting through Denise's voice, through the voice, we're transmitting through sound. That sound is also numbers. Numbers are sound. Everything is connected. And so as you are this recalibrated Jack or Jill in the box, or however you want to look at it, that you have your song, your essence that is expressed in your personal numerology. And you have that just within your energetic field, your divine blueprint, and you have it in your outer world, like your birth date and numbers that show up within your day. And so miata o sakaisi ni oma ta'asia, we are asking you, what song is it that you want to play now? Because your song, you have upgraded, you have recalibrated your energy with numbers by showing up and being with us here today. And we are so grateful for this, dear ones, because you are needed on the Earth Star. Nyata oka, siasa kasi. And as you were all discussing earlier, that to be in your heart as often as you can, to go there for your decisions, for what you get in your heart is your truth. And galactic number 17 is truth. And then you trust it. 18 is trust. And then you can use your discerning mind, which is your higher mind, to then take action upon those decisions. Taking some deep breaths in and out. We are completing this transmission with like wrapping a blanket around you of these energies of the 7, the 20, and the 23. For this to be your year of numbers, like it's never been before. Maybe you've been in your numerology, and yet there is a new dimension. There are higher vibrational frequencies that you are requiring, and that this is your connection to them. Diopa ne kese si ota niokooma e piana ta'a shiisi a ke ana mionpa'a. And taking another deep breath in and out, really being in your heart of gratitude, dear ones, with really for being here and for showing up and for following your inner knowing. You are here because you have followed that inner knowing, and even perhaps like this excitement about it. Like there's so much excitement and magic and synchronicity with numbers. And to allow yourself to continue to explore. Galactic number 22, explore the ata'ana ke ese te Yamataka Yamata Osata. And we, with so much love and gratitude, complete this transmission now. And just throughout your day, perhaps drinking a little bit more water than you usually do to help integrate these numbers, the sacred geometric crystalline structure of numbers within your body, your four body system and energy fields. Beautiful. When you're ready, and take all the time you need, just coming back slowly into your space, perhaps putting your hand back on your heart to feel the physicality of your beating heart. Beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Galactic Numerology, Council of Light, and all those beings of light that step forward, because we called them forward. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. And also thank you so much, Denise. Yeah, it was very deep, very grounding, also very relaxing at the same time. And also I really liked your light language. Yeah, it feels very, how to say, maybe bringing more peace and creating more a deeper experience when listening to it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And everyone, also we would love to hear your feedback. What did you experience through the transmission? And let's see.
Yeah.
So Arietta, this is about her question before. I love and appreciate your answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for asking, because really we're here together as a group, and it sparks things in other people as well. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pinkan, gratitude and so much love to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so the time to receive feedback or comments. So I would love if you can now tell us about the program you are offering. We have two packages. One is a 60-minute one-on-one session, which is about numerology for Galactic Numerology for the year, and also actually it's package A. It's a live group masterclass which called Awaken Your Personal Numerology Code. And I invite everyone to go to the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, DENISE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, or later on the replay, or on the YouTube video description. And also I will put the link on the chat boxes, both on Zoom and YouTube. So Denise, I would love if you can tell us what our audience can experience with you in these two packages.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much. And actually, this group Zoom for next week, Awakening More of Your Personal Numerology Codes, that is 1 week from today. And it's at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So that's the time that I'm on. And what we're going to do, the Galactic Numerology Council Light is going to come through with more of these light language transmissions. And there, and since numerology is a part of our physical body, of our energy bodies, of the world that we operate in, there, what they step forward and ask me to put together, to present, is a place where we can clear away old codes, like old patterns of numbers from multiple lifetimes and across multiple lifetimes, to clear those old patterns out so that the new energies, the new numerology, as you're upgrading your system with all the different ways that you are working to bring in more light, that you have more space because you're clearing out those denser energies. So for example, there's been in the old paradigm in separation, there's been the number 13 or the number 666, like there's certain numbers, and there may be numbers in your system, and I say your meaning anybody who's listening, there may be a certain number that meant something that happened in your life that brought sadness or fear or something like that. All of that will be cleared. All of that will be cleared. And so it's going to be really powerful. And then it's going to open up, and we're going to even set more of a foundation for you to receive from numbers, and you're going to be more aware of numbers than you currently are. So it's just really going to be a great opening, great clearing and opening. Yeah. And then also, so that is the group that's my first offering for package A. And then the other one is a one-on-one, and it's a personal year session with me. It's 1 hour. And what we do is so in traditional numerology, there's like we talked about, you add up your birth date and you reduce it to a single digit, and that's called your life path number. And then that life path number is all kind of meaning in traditional numerology. And in galactic numerology, that's called your cosmic soul path mastery. So there's that different energy of numbers. So what we're doing is taking traditional numerology, and we're using that as like a template, but we're using it through galactic numerology. So the universal year in galactic numerology for 2023 is 7. And then your personal year, you add your birthday and your birth month, and you add them all together and reduce it to a single digit. And that's what we're going to be concentrating on. And when you're in that session, that number that is your personal year number, that's going to guide you. It's going to be this guiding tool and energy for you for this year of 2023. You will receive the activation from galactic numerology. So you're going to receive that number activated. And when the numbers are activated within your system, it brings you back to your origin source spark of the energy of that number, brings you into wholeness of that number. So if, let's say, your personal year number is 3, which is flow, then you are activating flow within wholeness, and your life just starts flowing in whole new ways. And so the activations of the numbers are really potent and powerful. So, and then we get one-on-one time. And so there's going to be, again, the channeling of whatever comes through for you to help you to utilize that personal year number energy in your year based on, what your goals are for the year, what your desires are, and any assistance that you need. So those are my two offerings, and there's a lot more information on my page if you'd like to go to the page that Monsef has set up for that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Denise. Very grateful to you. And like I said in the beginning of the call, really loved my experience with her, and she brings through so much wisdom, so much guidance and clarity, and I really love that. And also it helps to understand like the theme. For example, this will be about the year, but the theme about your number and how it can help you and its energy, what it is bringing to you in your life path. And so I recommend working with her, whether through package A, which includes the live masterclass, or package B, which includes both the masterclass and the 60-minute one-on-one session with her. And again, the link is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, DENISE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live page, live event page, or later on the replay page and on YouTube description. And also it's on the Zoom and YouTube chat boxes. And let's see. Irieta, she wrote, very beautiful and relaxing process. A lot of pressure around my third eye felt. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Good. Yeah. That everybody perceives differently and has that knowing, and then so if you feel something around your third eye, then there's maybe something being cleared out there or opening up even more. So that's wonderful. I just am so excited about numbers, and I'm so glad that everybody's here and tuning in is excited also, because it really is an amazing guidance tool. It really is. And we need all of the assistance and help that we can get, because we are on the fast track. We are heading in the right direction, everyone. We really are. And thanks to all of you and all of what you're doing and being, we're all connected. So it's all helping. So just know that. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Denise, and can we take, we have one more question.
Yes.
From Vivian. She's asking another question. What is the positive connection between money and numbers?
I love that. So money in itself is an energy. Money is an energy. So when you are in the energy of money, and you're not in the separation energy of it, but in the unity energy of money, then you can use the numbers to call in even more prosperity in your life. So each numbers are each their own being, and money is a being, right? It is a being, and in separation, money has had all of these overlays, we call them. So somebody might say, well, in their really old paradigm belief system. So someone might say, well, money is the root of all evil, and that's just not true. It's not money. It's the way that money is used. It's not money itself. So really, it's clearing a lot of old patterning around money, And so, we're going to be doing, that's what we're going to be doing. If you can come, and if you can't come live next week, you have to register, but you can get the recording and get the energies. But that's a lot of what we're going to be clearing out, because abundance it's not only money. It's like things come into our lives, and they may come through money. And money is a beautiful vehicle that we all use. And yet there's other ways that we have abundance in our lives, and that we can receive within our lives. So it's really the clearing out of old patterns. Yeah. Hopefully that helped, Vivian.
Yeah.
And anybody else.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Denise. Yeah, I really loved your answer. And also, like money it's important, but abundance, like you said, it's much larger, much bigger than that. And we can receive support in so many ways. And thank you so much also, Vivian, for your question. Cynthia wrote, absolutely loved the light language. Is there a way to use the galactic numbers when in nature? Thank you.
Oh, ooh, that just sent all kind of great energy around. Let me just back up back to what Vivian said, and then I'm going to go into that, Cynthia. The other thing is the biggest overlay with money is that there's only a limited amount of it, and there is not. That's what has been programmed into the collective. And so really, if you want to even work on the belief system of letting that go, it's like water. There is, everything is in infinite abundance for us. We've just been told that you can only have a certain amount of, or you can have electricity, but you have to pay for it. or you have heat and you have to pay for that. We have an infinite amount of all of the supply and abundance that we need. So I just wanted to add that in, because that's what was channeling through. And Cynthia, yes, the numbers in nature, it's like the Fibonacci spiral, right? And the spiral and like the pine cone and sunflowers and all of that. There's all of that. The sacred numerology blueprint is everywhere. And it's in nature as well. And so when you go into nature and you want to be open to numbers, and you just open up your heart and just ask. And so maybe you're in nature and you're just receiving. And so you come up and there's two trees. The two trees are just drawing in your attention. And so maybe there's something with the number 2 that is going to come in later in the day, or it'll connect with something else that maybe you had been asking about before. So absolutely. And again, walking through nature and just allowing through your heart to come through what is wanting to come through. Yeah.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Denise. And also, thank you, Cynthia. She wrote, love that. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Yeah. Wonderful. So, Denise, really grateful to you. Thank you so much for being with us today, for everything you shared, for the beautiful energy that you brought today and that you shared with us. Very, very grateful to you.
Thank you so much, Mansaf. I am so excited to be on your show now, and then to be returning as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful to all of you who have listened to your inner knowing and have shown up for this particular show and any of the other ones, because all of us are, again, we all have the same common goal, right? To realize our divinity, and that we are not separate from each other. And so thank you, Mansaf, for providing this beautiful platform for all of us to come together as a community. I so appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Denise. And also, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, for co-creating with us this call and beautiful experience. And also thank you for those who will either listen or watch the replay later. And again, I highly recommend that you sign up for either package A, which includes the live masterclass, which will happen on March 2nd, and also will receive the recording, or package B, which includes both the masterclass plus 60-minute one-on-one private session with Denise. And the link again is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, DENISE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live event page, the replay page, and the YouTube video description. And yeah, thank you again, everyone. Thank you for your comments, your questions. And yeah, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thanks, Mansaf.
Thank you. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
See you next time. Bye
See you
for now.
next time. Bye.
Thank you again, Mansaf.